Hey everybody, welcome to episode, was it 8? Yeah, 8 of Crimes, Killers, Cults.
And beer.
And beer. And that is Todd.
And that is Bill.
Yeah. And if it seems like we're getting tongue-tied today, it's because we've already done 2 episodes for the other podcast.
Yes, this is our third one today. So
yeah, well, we figured, hey, we were ahead on this one, like the one that I released earlier today. That one was recorded a week ago, so we kind of want to keep it that way, and then stay a week ahead.
Yeah, stay ahead because shit happens, and we want to be able to at least have something to release.
Exactly. So. So what are you drinking today, Todd?
Today, I am drinking. It's called Neon Bear Hug, and I bought it just because of that. It's got a bear on it with pink sunglasses.
Huh.
I find myself buying these beers based solely on the pictures. So. But it is an IPA. It is 7% alcohol by Goose Island Beer Company, and on the front it's got the bear holding a sign that says 10,000 volts of flavor.
Oh wow!
I do not know about 10,000 volts of flavor, but it is pretty good. It's a good IPA.
Well, it's kind of like that electric beer I was drinking last week.
Yeah.
This week I'm drinking Bud Light.
Bill's favorite.
Now, yeah, I gotta ask you something. What is the one thing that is worse than standing behind somebody in line when you're at a gas station when you're holding a 12-pack and they're playing the lottery? What's the one thing that's worse than that?
Worse than that?
Mm-hmm.
I should know this, but I don't think I do. What is?
Oh, it's not a joke. It's just something I came up with because it happened to me.
Oh, then no, I don't know.
It's standing in line at a gas station with holding a 12-pack behind somebody that's playing the lottery, except they're paying with coins.
Say what?
They're paying for their lottery tickets with coins.
Oh my goodness.
If you're that broke, you shouldn't be playing the lottery.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. She had a fucking bag of coins and had to count them all out and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what took me so long. I mean, the store, that store is about a quarter mile away from my house.
Wow.
So I shouldn't have been gone. I was gone for like 30 minutes. I shouldn't have been gone that long.
Right? Dude, was it 30 minutes? Really? Fuck. Didn't seem like it was that long.
I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed like I was in that line for at least 30 minutes.
Oh, I don't doubt it, especially with dipshits counting out coins to buy lotto tickets. Fuck.
Yeah. So, and she was buying a lot of them too.
Oh boy.
So, anyway, we got some announcements to make before we get into this week's episode. There, on our third episode, which is about the Florida spree killer William Cruz, we actually had the wife of one of the police officers who was gunned down by Cruz get in touch with us. And it was the wife of Officer Grogan, who was the first police officer on the scene. And, she contacted me. She said that it was her first podcast. She just got a morbid curiosity and wanted to know about, just wanted to know what podcasters were saying about him. And since we're the only podcast that has been about him, she found us. And, she reached out to me on Twitter and she said that she enjoyed the podcast.
That's cool.
So, and yeah, I just thought that was amazing. I mean, I talked to some other podcasters that, we've kind of been interacting with about that, and it says, well, two of them said, it's like, okay, well, that's really cool, because sometimes when family members of victims contact you, it's not always good.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, and that got me thinking, I don't know what I'm going to do the first time that happens. But this happened this early on with our show, so I imagine it's going to happen before too long.
Yeah, but that's cool, though. That's cool that she She liked it. Yeah, because I can imagine that a lot of people aren't going to like it, no matter, one way or the other. Whether, like whether they were involved with like a victim or as with the killer, because we're pretty brutal on the fucking killer, so we'll probably get some hate mail for that for sure.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the podcasts are brutal, but I think we go out of our way to be more brutal.
Well, they're fucking assholes. And they deserve it. And
exactly, and rightfully so. Just like if you're thinking about killing somebody, don't, because these two Florida assholes are going to rip you a new one.
Yes, we will. Eventually.
So, yep. So I thought that was really special.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. And I think that's cool that it was like the first podcast she's ever listened to, like ever. Yeah,
because she's like, oh, how exactly? Because she asked me how exactly should she go about doing the podcast and whatnot, and so I just told her, and she listened to it, she liked it, and she even liked the Dead Serious song. She said that she thinks that her husband would have liked them. I'm like, you know what? Because it was in that area, and that was when they were really hitting their stride. I said he probably was already aware of them.
Yeah, probably. I mean, obviously not because of that song, but just the band in general. Yeah, I'm sure he knew about them.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew. Everybody that was into rock and metal and everything back then, and you couldn't be even a remote part of that local scene back then and not know about Dead Serious.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm not gonna say what her name is now, out of respect, for her privacy.
Yeah, of course.
But I just thought that was so cool. I mean, I was honored. I was humbled. I was like, wow, it's like now it's like a part of this story has been in contact with me and our show.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
No. So we're honored, and if she's listening to this, here's your shout out. Yep. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate you reaching out to us. So, we're both honored by that.
Yes, very. Thank you very much.
Oh, and another thing, when she messaged me back saying that she enjoyed it, she said # but I digress. So
did she listen to the other one too, or did we say that in this one?
Well, we did digress. Remember the story about the beetle?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I digressed for about 3 or 4 minutes on that one. So she's like # but I digress.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So a couple more shout outs. Our buddies, our friends, Monsters of the Midwest, Morbidly Intoxicated, which is we've adopted as our little sister podcast. And not because of content, but because they're younger than we are. But like we explained in the last episode, and also Wicked and Grim. We've been bantering back and forth, and they're going to try and get to Comic-Con next year.
Wow!
And they're from Canada. They're from Canada, so couldn't be further apart.
Right.
So it'd be cool to meet up with them. They're really cool. It's a husband and wife couple.
Oh, nice.
And they do the podcast together, and it sounds like they've got a really good, fun relationship.
Cool.
So yeah, just shout out to our new friends, and if you're a podcaster and you want to be friends with us, then hit me up on Twitter.
Yep.
CKC _beer.
_beer. Don't ever underscore beer. Beer is good.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Like
I've had it.
Like old Ben Franklin said, beer is proof that the good Lord loves us.
Yeah.
He just wants us to be happy.
Exactly right.
Anyway, 12 minutes into the episode, and we haven't even introduced the killer.
Yeah. We've been digressing.
Yeah,
but not really.
No, but we're going to start doing announcements at the beginning of every episode.
Right on.
And by the way, the music that was on the opening the last episode and this one, I think that one's going to stick. If you've noticed, our intro music has changed up several times. I think it's going to stay with this one because it kind of fits.
Cool.
So anyway, Christine Falling. Florida woman. Kid killer. Killed 6 people. In prison for life. We'll see you next week.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Now, she was born in Perry, Florida, which is up in the Panhandle, on March 12th of 1963. Her maiden name was Slaughter.
Appropriate.
Found that kind of fitting.
Yeah. That's a bit. That's not irony. Fucking slapping you in the face. I don't know what is.
No. So she's Falling Slaughter, or no? She'd be. No, actually, she would be Slaughter Falling. Right? Yeah. So her murders happened between 1980 and 1982, and her first murder happened when she was 17 years old.
Oh, started young.
Yeah, and she got busy real quick. She was convicted. She had 6 victims, but she was convicted of 3 of them, and 5 of the victims were kids that she babysat.
Oh, what the fuck!
Mm-hmm.
What a piece of shit, dude! How do you? Ugh.
Oh, and I'm not even going to give any hints to this. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, I know. I didn't look into this one at all, so I'm hearing it just like you guys are. So
okay, no worries.
And it's not on purpose. I had a really, really busy week, and I just never got a chance to. You know, it's not like the first episode where Bill wanted me in the dark. I'm in the dark on this one because I just never got a chance to do anything about it.
Oh, no worries. I did a pretty good job with the notes on that.
I hope so, because you're telling me it, and I'm hearing it for the first time, and you're getting raw reactions from me.
Okay. Well, so she was a 7th grade dropout, but she also had a learning disability, and she had epilepsy.
Oh.
And that wasn't the only problem that she had. Let's just say that she was not easy on the eyes.
Oh.
You know, her face kind of looks like flat. She was 5'6" and over 200 pounds.
Oh Jesus! She was a beach ball.
I'm not fat shaming at all,
no,
but
not at all.
I'm just this is the killer we're talking about.
Yeah, we're busted on her, not everybody.
Right. So, her mother Anne was 16 when Christine was born. But she had an older daughter as well, so she had when she was 14.
Oh, I see.
Now,
let the Florida jokes roll.
So Thomas Slaughter was the father of one of the kids, and we'll get into that shortly. But he adopted Christine and her older sister, but she did have a child with Thomas Slaughter. Now, when the 2 of them hooked up, Thomas Slaughter was 65, Anne was 16.
What?
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
I honestly think that it happened because of, just for stability
because
on
of
her part.
Florida.
Yeah, could be.
Once again, let the Florida jokes commence.
Yeah, it's like that. You're not doing us any favors there, Anne.
Yeah,
thanks
right.
a lot. So, but they're dirt poor, and the mother would leave like for months at a time, and sometimes she would return pregnant.
I see.
So I'm wondering if she was being pimped.
Yeah.
It's possible. When these, I didn't do that at all in the first 2 episodes.
I know, dude. We had it down the first 2. Now you're like, but it's fine, dude. It's all good, bro.
So
you were sober too on the first ones.
I'm sober now. I'm only on my 2nd beer.
Well, here, go shotgun one real quick, and we'll come back. Just kidding. I mean, well, you can do that if you want, but I mean.
Oh, I don't do well shotgunning beer. I'll lose it if I do that.
Yeah.
The bubble. It's the bubbles.
The bubbles. Tiny bubbles.
The bubbles. But So when she would like take off like that, she was leaving a 65-year-old man with the kids. But Tom later had a son with Ann. 65. Well, actually about 60. She was 66 or 67, and at the time she was 17 or 18.
Wow.
No. I mean, go Tom. I guess. Maybe? I don't know.
I mean, damn, dude, that wasn't even Viagra back then. So, or was there? No, there wasn't.
I don't know. But the mother was apparently attractive. So.
Yay.
But he had a son with Anne, and the son was Earl, or at least that's the only one that he claimed as his own son, his own blood son.
Yeah.
So Anne eventually abandoned Tom and all the kids. He just left them on a park bench and hauled ass.
Okay.
So Tom's family members they stepped in, and they were Jesse and Dolly Falling, and they were Tom's cousins. So they adopted Christine and her sister, but it wasn't a much better living condition. This now sexual abuse started.
Right.
That just kind of got her, pushed her over the edge, and she started torturing cats.
Oh, you like don't fuck with cats, man.
Yeah, she fucked with cats.
God damn it.
And she would do like what she called the 9 lives test. She would, take them like up really high and just throw them and see if they would come back to life.
Oh, Jesus.
And she was also strangling them. She might have gotten along with Luca.
Yeah, sounds like it. Fucking.
Although maybe not, because Luca's devastatingly good looking, and Christine Falling was not.
Was the opposite of devastatingly good looking.
She was devastatingly not good looking.
She fugly.
The pastor at their church talks the family into putting the children into a group home after figuring out that the abuse was happening. So that happens. And she started acting out at the group home just to get attention. She started stealing and lying. And she got kicked out often, and within a year she had gone back to Dolly and Jesse. And Jesse is tried for the sexual abuse, but there was a hung jury. So now
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
a trial for sexual abuse, and it's a hung jury. I mean, I can't be the only one that went there. I mean, please tell me I'm not the only one that went there.
No, I got that when I had that thought when I wrote that too. So Jesse, in October of 1975, he just beat the living shit out of her for being 10 minutes late getting home when she was only 12 years old.
Wow.
And he made Christine wear shorts to school so that everyone would see her justice marks, basically bruises and welts.
Yeah, that's fucking. Ugh.
Yeah. So, in the nature versus nurture, thing, I'm going with nurture on this one.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because I don't think she was born bad. I think she was made bad by the pieces of shit that raised her.
Yeah, exactly.
Her own mother, and then the Jesse and Dolly.
Yeah,
So.
For sure, dude. That's fucking fucked up, man. God damn.
Christine and her sister, they moved into a friend's house, but then 6 weeks later, Christine, she can't take it out anymore, or she can't take it anymore, so she moves to Blounston, Florida, back in with her mother.
Okay. So I've never even heard of half these places, and I've lived in Florida my entire life.
Well, we don't get up to the Panhandle very often.
Yeah, that's true. I live in... Well, if you look at a map of Florida, dude, I live in the fucking venereal wart on the wang of America.
Yeah, but that venereal wart is what keeps the hurricanes away from Brevard County.
It is. But yeah, that's me.
Yep. So So she turns 14, and she's basically forced to marry her stepbrother, who's in his 20s. Goober.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Goober falling. Now, Goober, if Christine was a 10, Goober would be a 1.
Oh, God.
And just, he looked like a little troll, a little asshole, and...
So they both ugly then.
Yeah. The marriage only lasted 6 weeks, and she was abused by him as well. So shortly after that, she starts developing Munchausen syndrome, and she starts going to the ER repeatedly, claiming different ailments, and every time the doctor found nothing was wrong with her. And then, at one time she went in because she was bleeding, but it was only menstrual blood.
Oh.
Another time she thought she was bit by a snake.
Bit by a snake, huh?
And yeah, I mean, I've been bit by snakes before. You know if you're bit by a snake.
Yeah, you'll know. I mean, I've never been bit by one. I stepped on one once and I fucking ran screaming like a bitch, but I ain't never been bit by one.
I used to raise pythons, so I've been bit plenty of times. In fact, I have a tooth in my hand.
Yes, you do. I remember you telling me.
It came off when the snake bit me. It came off because snakes, they're like sharks. Their teeth grow, they fall out and they grow back and all that stuff. And, I mean, I wish humans regrew our teeth.
Yeah, right. I wonder how we missed out on that evolutionary trait.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we don't live longer than sharks, but we sure as hell live longer than snakes.
Yeah, man, we should be able to grow our teeth back. Not just not the baby teeth to your adult teeth, dude. Your adult teeth should be able to grow.
Like maybe around 35 or 40, you lose your teeth again and they get replaced.
Or something like that. Or they just you break one, it falls out, you grow a new one, dude. Like sharks, dude. Why don't we have that trait?
Exactly. Don't cats have that trait too?
No, cats don't. Cats can't
they regrow their teeth?
No. They can regrow their claws as long as you don't have them declawed.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking.
Dude,
of.
Their claw, if they break a claw off, dude, their claws will grow back for sure. But
that's what I was thinking of. So.
And then cats bite their nails too. They bite them to get them off. Like if they're getting too long, they'll bite them and pull them. And I find like these little things that look like little fucking squid beaks all over the floor, but it's like cat claws. But they'll sit there and bite and pull on it until they pull off the outside of it, and then let the new one grow, or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, they look like little squid beaks all over the floor, everywhere.
Oh, welcome to Cat Talk with Todd.
Yeah, I know. See, that's why I said don't fuck with cats, man. I am a cat person. I know shit.
I like cats, but I don't think I would want 7 of them, though.
Oh, dude, you haven't lived until you've had 7 cats. Let me tell you.
How many times do you have to change the litter box in your house?
Well, we have 3 litter boxes in the house for 7 cats, so we scoop them out 2-3 times a day.
Ugh.
And, probably somebody who's not used to cats would come over here and, say they smell that shit. And, yes, I've probably gone nose blind. I'm not going to lie. But it's really not that bad.
Cats are cool. I like them. Anyway,
we digress.
Hashtag, but I digress.
Yes, hashtag, but I digress.
Thanks to our fan.
Our fan.
Yeah.
We'll just call her that.
Our one fan. Yeah, she's our fan.
Yes.
Yeah, because I asked her if she wanted how she wanted me to refer to her. She said the wife of is fine. I was like, okay.
Yep, out of respect.
Out of respect. So she had 50 visits in about a year and a half to the emergency room.
Oh my God.
Like really taking advantage of the fact that they're not allowed to turn you away legally.
Yeah.
And people like her are why the emergency room costs so damn much.
Right.
Because the people that don't have insurance and aren't going to pay and all that stuff, I mean, they drive the price up for everybody else.
Yep, absolutely.
So this is around the time when she drops out of the 7th grade. So she starts babysitting for money at first. and at first she was good with kids. On February 25th of 1980, she's babysitting 2-year-old Cassie Muffin Johnson.
Muffin?
And it was a nickname.
Oh, okay.
Just like her parents called her, "Hey, come here, my little Muffin."
Okay. I thought they actually gave her that as a middle name. I'm like, wait, what's... Oh, it is Florida. Never mind.
No, we're not that Florida. The baby became ill and fell out of the crib. And she was diagnosed with encephalitis, which is a brain inflammation, which is usually caused by mosquitoes, but I guess you can get it other ways.
Yeah.
She died 3 years later, and when the autopsy happened, they found that her head had blunt force trauma.
Oh. So somebody smacked her in the melon.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder who.
Yeah, well, not somebody. We know who, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know who. The doctor did not believe Christine's story and reports it, but then the police did nothing.
Aw. Why did the cops do anything?
I don't know, but like I said in one of our previous episodes, it's like the people, the cops that investigate these serial killers and everything, they're the worst freaking cops on the board. It always happens that way.
It does seem to always happen that way.
Yeah, it's like, why couldn't one of these on the first murder of one of these serial killers or whatever, why couldn't some crack hotshot police, like somebody like Dexter,
right,
get a hold of the case and just be like, no, you're under arrest.
Yeah,
So, but after that, she moves to Lakeland, Florida, which is near where I live.
Finally a place I know.
Yeah.
Finally a place I've been to.
And when y'all played to here, I actually did live in Lakeland, but now I live in Plant City, which is closer to Tampa.
All right. Dude, I keep hearing you hit that vape. It makes me want to go have a cigarette.
She moves to Lakeland, and she has 4-year-old Jefferson Davis. I bet there was a Confederate flag flying from that lawn.
Yep. Sounds like it to me.
But I don't know this. I'm just speculating because of the name Jeffrey Davis.
And plus, too, it was the 80s, too, right? Or were you still
right?
It's the 80s, dude. You were allowed to do shit like that back then. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
It's not like it is
Yeah, the Dukes
nowadays.
of Hazzard.
Yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they weren't racist then.
No. But they are now.
They're not racist now.
Well, according to some people, they are.
Right.
But we know better because we were there.
Right. Exactly. She kills him, and she also kills 2-year-old Justin Spring.
Oh.
And these two kids were cousins. Yeah, she said that Jeffrey had stopped breathing, all of a sudden start breathing, and then that it was ruled that he had some sort of a heart condition, which he did, but that's not why he stopped breathing. Yeah, and then later she's babysitting Joseph. And she's babysitting Joseph while the friends and family of Jeffrey were attending Jeffrey's funeral.
Oh, shit.
And so she kills Joseph. And it was the same cause of death as Jeffrey, and of course, no red flag. Nobody thinks anything of it.
What the fuck?
But it turns out that he also had the same heart condition, so it was probably familial or hereditary or something like that. Yeah. So she leaves Lakeland and goes back to her mom's town. And she's 18 years old now in July of 1981. She gets a job as a caretaker for 77-year-old Willie Swindle. Yeah, that's his next victim. And she kills him on the first day working for him.
Oh my God, really? And nobody suspects anything?
Yeah. Nobody suspected anything because of his age, and they suspected a heart attack. That's what it was ruled as a heart attack.
Nobody could put 2 and 2 together here.
Mm-mm. So, and this is where it gets really bad, as if it wasn't already horrible before.
Right.
Her stepsister was taking her 8-month-old daughter in for vaccination shots, and Christine went with her. So after the doctor's visit, Jennifer Daniels, which is the stepsister, or excuse me, Jennifer Daniels is the baby. I don't have the stepsister's name here. But she goes into the store for diapers and leaves Christine in the car with baby Jennifer. And Jennifer, in the amount of time that it took him to run and get diapers and come out, Jennifer had apparently stopped breathing.
Oh, fuck.
And died.
Man.
And it's like, why is she not like jumping out and just like, oh my god, the baby stuff. She wasn't even trying to put up appearances at this point. At this point, she's got to think she's bulletproof.
Right? Jesus Christ, dude! Somebody's got to get this shit together. If I could figure this crap out. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. And it was ruled sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, this she doesn't have a really high body count, but she is one of the worst.
Right.
So July 2nd of 82, the last murder, a 10-week-old Travis Cook. She told the parents that he was having a hard time breathing, and the parents took him to the hospital. Then brought him back to her care.
Holy shit.
Like, oh, there was nothing wrong with him. Well, the next day she killed him. And she said that he just died suddenly. So this doctor reports to the police, and when Christine is asked about it, she's fake crying and all that stuff. She's crying crocodile tears.
Yeah.
The autopsy showed that the baby showed signs of suffocation. She's arrested, and she's charged with murders, and she took a plea deal. She pled guilty and took a plea deal so that she could avoid the death penalty.
I see.
She admitted that how she killed the kids and everything was a word that she made up, with smotheration.
Smotheration. Oh my.
Smotheration.
Oh my.
She said that she learned how to perform smotheration on a TV show.
Oh. Yeah, of course.
And she put her own spin on it too. She would put a blanket over the kid's head, and then put the pillow over to cover up evidence.
Oh, use the blanket as a little barrier, I guess, huh?
Yep.
I see.
If she had only watched Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk's video for serial killers, but they hadn't made it yet.
Yeah, they were they even born then?
No. I just get to thinking it's just like, for all you future serial killers out there.
Yeah.
Bitch, you're not even a serial killer.
Yeah, you're nothing, dude. Oh, goddamn. Anyway, fuck.
So, and she also admits to killing Swindle. In a taped interview, she describes what caused her to murder. She said the first victim is because she was being too rowdy. And she just got upset and killed in the moment.
Okay.
And Jeffrey just made her mad, so she choked him. But it wasn't just Jeffrey. She was already mad about something else.
Yeah, right.
And then Joseph, she called him Joe Boy.
Joe Boy.
It's like, I just wanted to kill him.
I just wanted to kill him. Oh, God, that's fucking fucked up, dude. Holy shit.
I know. And then baby Jennifer, her niece, Jennifer, she cried too much, so she just choked her out.
Oh, Jesus. Cried too much, huh? That's what fucking little kids do.
Mm-hmm. It's like, why should this bitch even been a babysitter? And it said that at first she was good with kids.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but it took, from the time that she started babysitting till her first murder, there was like 2 years had gone by. So I mean, it's like something just snapped. I mean, nature versus nurture. This is nurture, and everything just snapped with her. Yeah, and then Coleman, she just killed while he was asleep because, he just felt like killing him. I guess.
Not?
Yeah.
At this point, why not?
But she thinks that she's, she thinks that she's this. I don't know. She's got delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion. She just thinks that, like, nothing's going to happen to me. That's why she was like so nonchalant and all that stuff, and comes up with the smotheration. So she's sentenced to 2 concurrent life sentences, and she's at Homestead Correctional Institution. So they took her from the Panhandle, past Stark, all the way down to Homestead, which is south of Miami. Yeah. Don't make no sense, but whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, well, Stark is where Ted Bundy was executed, and Stark is the big bad prison in Florida. Yes. But I don't know. I think she fits the bill unless they don't have women there.
She should have been fucking executed.
Mm-hmm. Well, she took the plea deal to avoid.
Oh, I know, but you know what?
They shouldn't have offered.
They should have never offered her that because the kids that she killed, they didn't get an option. Mm-mm. It's fucked up. But hey, that's how the justice system works. So.
Yep. So in 2006, parole was denied. In 2017, parole was denied again. She has another parole hearing in 2024. Oh. And nobody showed up to. We'll let you know. We'll let you know if she. I'm going to find out about it. The results of that, and if she is released, if she's given parole, we will let you know on this show.
Yes, we will.
If you don't hear anything about it in 2024, then that means that it was denied, and we just won't even bring it up. But if we talk about Christine falling on a future episode in 2024, it's because the bitch got parole.
No, that ain't right.
So, no. But nobody showed up to the parole hearings. She showed no remorse at the hearings, so the panel showed her no mercy either.
Good. Keep that bitch in fucking jail.
Yeah. Although she is scheduled to be released in 2254.
In 2254?
Yeah.
Well, good. I won't be around to see it then.
Well, she's only about 10 years older than we are.
And she won't be around to see it either.
But 2254, yeah. 2 concurrent life sentences, 2254.
Hey, is that about the time? When did Star Trek start going? When did they start exploring? What year was it? Was it 22 something?
Something like that.
Man, maybe I will try to make it that far. Maybe see some Star Trek shit.
She became the salt vampire in Man Trap. Oh God, we're nerds.
Yes, we are. Holy crap!
No, but she was the salt vampire was a shapeshifter, right?
Yeah.
And the actress that played her in a human form kind of reminds me of what Christine Falling kind of looked like. And I'll post pictures of both, Christine and this actress, and I might be way off base here, but that's just what I'm remembering. What this character looked like. Kind of looks.
I don't know. From what you described her face earlier, I'm thinking she looks more like the creature than the lady. But hey, I don't know. I'll take a look. I'll let you know.
She looks like the Michelin Man. I would say the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but there ain't nothing sweet about that bitch.
Right.
So, but in some of these parole hearings, she's like she heard voices in her head, and. She thinks that she should be released because the voices are what told her to kill. They all say that.
Yeah.
They all say that. Oh, I heard voices in my head. Now, so then that didn't work. So she's then started, the Munchausen syndrome kicks in again while she's in prison, and she's constantly reporting fake ailments to the prison doctor and everything.
Yeah.
This woman, I mean, she's among the worst, and unfortunately, she's one of us. Well, she ain't one of us. She's just from our state. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to find these Florida episodes because they're interesting, and we're from Florida. Yeah. And I just want to say that the whole thing about the whole Florida man and all those news stories is, if somebody gets arrested for anything, it immediately goes to public record.
Yes, it does.
And a lot of states have a gag order on things like that. I think Florida's the only state that doesn't. So that's why you get all these stories. Guilty, innocent, or whatever. The moment you're arrested, the arrest is public record. So that's why you don't have Indiana man stories or Georgia man stories or whatever. Yeah. You don't have Alaska man stories. The only Alaska man stories that you hear is if it's a serial killer that got caught.
All right.
A lot of serial killer activity in Alaska. Israel Keys, Robert Hansen.
Not one of the Hansen boys. Bop, bop, bop. Never mind.
I'm going to leave that
in.
in.
You probably should.
Yeah.
I think you should leave that in because, just being silly.
You respect the artistry of the Hansen brothers?
I wouldn't go that far.
So that's her, but still, just keep that in mind next time you see a Florida man, gets busted riding an elephant through a drive-through and naked while chugging a 6-pack of beer.
So that might be me next day when you hear that story. So you never know. If I could find an elephant.
They happen in Indiana too. Now, funny story. I am Florida man. There was actually a story done on me that made the news. I said earlier that I used to raise pythons.
Yes.
Well, I was living in this apartment, had a screened-in balcony. I thought, what a good place to put a 20-foot reticulated python.
Yeah, perfect.
So, I was a dumbass when I was in my early 20s. I mean, we all were, but I was particularly a dumbass. But then the landlord, the manager of the apartment complex saw it and told me I had to get it out of there. Well, I got to go to work. Too bad. Well, I worked at a restaurant, so I put it in a box, and I was going to leave it in my car because it was in November at the time. So I mean, it wasn't, leaving it in there wasn't in any danger of getting
it's
hot.
It's a snake, dude. It's not a dog. You can leave snakes everywhere.
Right.
Snakes love it when it gets hot because they're cold-blooded.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. But the damn snake gets out, crawls up in underneath my steering column, gets all tangled up in my engine.
Oh wow!
And I was working at a restaurant, and one of the bitch ass servers there decided to call a news crew. Next thing you know, a news crew comes out there and everything. And it's Florida man releases large python. Oh boy! So yeah, it actually did make the freaking news, and if I do remember correctly, it did say Florida man.
Oh yeah, Florida man.
So yep, there you have it. I am an official Florida man, officially. So there you have it.
There it is.
The truth comes out. Anyway, so next episode. Now, Todd, I told you what we're going to do for the next episode.
Yes.
The case, and this is a case that is not known by hardly anybody.
Yeah.
Now, so you might want to do some brushing up on like the Reader's Digest condensed version of MK Ultra.
Okay.
Which I'm sure we'll cover MK Ultra in depth at some point, but this is something that happened after MK Ultra was actually scrapped, and there was a man that was part of the experiments that was actually able to continue, like he basically went rogue.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew what his name was. He had a code name, which we'll get into. But he actually orchestrated. He actually made the mind control that they were trying to. He actually accomplished it. And as a result, a priest and some politicians in New York City were killed. And as a result of this, and it's a wild story, and I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. It's just like I stumbled across it when I was going down a rabbit hole. I was kind of looking into MK Ultra.
Yeah.
And I found it mentioned on this website. It was Reddit, and I found it mentioned on like page 372 or something. I was just on this deep dive, and I found out. I was just like, holy crap, why didn't I hear about this? So we're going to cover that story, and I'm going to be like watching my back after we cover it.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if they want that story to get out.
Yeah. The truth must be heard.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you. What, have you looked through it yet?
Yeah.
What do you think? You think it's a good story that we should cover?
Story. I think we should do it.
Yeah. So, anyway, a little preview for that. It's like this could actually be considered our first cult episode as well.
Yeah, technically.
Because I mean, this rogue MK Ultra agent, he was, he did have like a little organization going.
Yeah.
So you could consider it a cult.
Yep, could be. Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Follow us on social media. Be sure to check out the people that we shouted out, the podcast that we shouted out. All the links and everything will be in the our links will be in the episode notes. And I'm actually looking forward to doing this story next week.
I know, right? It's going to be so fun.
It's creepy.
Yeah,
creepy that story hasn't. And creepy. Well, I don't know. I've teased it enough. I'm going to stop teasing it. And
it's something different than what we've done so far. So
yeah, and this is another one that I've looked and no other podcast has covered this. This is another one that we're going to be the first to cover. Yeah. So you know what? I hope I keep finding shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, social media. My music is Bill Selby. It's on all platforms: Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, you name it. It's on all of it.
All right. My band is Retroactive Days. You can find us on Facebook. Give us a like. If you're ever in Brevard County, Florida, if you're ever in America's Wang's venereal wart, and you want to come see an 80s retro band play, look us up. If we're playing while you're here, come see us. Come say hi. And I'll probably buy you a beer.
Beach area. Yep.
So anyway.
We're going to wrap this up. We're going to get the hell out of here, and I got to take the old lady out for dinner.
Yep. I think I have to go to Home Depot.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll take dinner and brewskis.
Yeah.
Over Home Depot.
I don't know. I might take a nap. Who knows?
All right, brother. Well, until next week. Later.
Cheers, everybody.